questions? Anybody has any questions?
Marquis, this was a game where the defense responded extremely well after last week's game. Darrell says it's all about communication. When you guys communicate, you think you can play with anybody in the country. For people that don't play football, what does that mean? Like on a given play, what type of communication is he talking about?
The communication between checks and adjustments that we need to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Because one missed call or one guy that doesn't know what they're doing mess up the whole scheme of things, and it could result in pretty bad things. So the communication is key.
Was it that much better today? I mean, it looked almost flawless. 10 points against a good team.
Yeah, it was a lot better. I mean, I'm proud of my team. I'm happy we got the victory, and hopefully we keep this thing rolling.
Coach Schaefer talked about that almost goal line stand in the first half for you guys being a really big momentum play for the defense. That fourth down where you stopped them. When a team lines up like that on fourth down and you're able to stop them, what are the emotions like? Is it that big of a swing?
Yeah, it really is. That's what we call extra money. This is a chance to stop and get the offense back to the ball. So happy about that.
So,
Marquis, with the weather, being on the road, what does it say about your team? Do you feel that you guys were able to kind of play that old school type of football? Ground them, pound them, do the defense, and run them?
We can adapt to any type of grass, rain, sleet, hail, snow. It doesn't matter. We'll go out there and we'll play our best, we'll get our all.
What do you think it means to this program to get that first road win in the ACC? I mean, conference road wins are tough to get no matter where you are.
It means a lot, kind of a weight lifted off our shoulders now. We can breathe easy a little bit, well, at least for the next 2 days until we get back in ball and get ready for Tech. But, it just means a lot. First road win. It's a pretty good team. It's a conference win, so that's great.
I mean, Georgia Tech runs the ball a lot as well. And just based on today with NC State, they were throwing a lot of different formations at you. How advantageous is it? How much more comfortable do you guys feeling now? After holding them to 10 points, running a lot of different formations, going up against another run, heavy team next week.
Confident, because if it's one thing that we'll do well, we'll stop the run. We just got to wait until that game comes up.
I know the kind of communication was tough last week against Clemson. Had a lot of movement before the snap and all that stuff. How much maybe easier was it to handle NC State? Not to sell those guys short, but did it seem like kind of an opportunity for you guys to not have to be rushing around the field as much like you were against Clemson? Yeah, definitely. And I think because we could be in a away game, the crowd's not that loud when their offense is on the field, so we could hear each other better, hear the calls better. Opposed to, I love our fans at home, but they get pretty loud in there, and sometimes it's really hard to hear. So, it definitely helps out being able to hear everybody on the field. Do you think that's particularly so between the defensive backs and maybe the linebackers and the defensive backs? Whereas you're kind of closer to the D line, if you need to tell them something that might be easier to hear?
Between everybody, because we have calls that affect the whole defense, So it goes from the safeties to linebackers to D line, just like that.
Sure. How do you think Josh filled in for Deshaun?
Great. Came in ready to play. He got some big hits out there. Came in excited, juiced up, and he's a very good player. He practices hard, studies the playbook, and it showed that.
Great. Sorry, our last question.
Marquis, defensive tackle is a position where unless that guy's making a sack or blowing up a play in the backfield, we don't hear too much about it because we don't necessarily watch the defensive tackle on every play. But how important is Jay Bromley to this team? It seems like game in and game out, he's just as steady as can be, always pressuring the quarterback, always making plays in the backfield.
He's very important. You need that pressure to get the things that we have to do to get those things done. And he keeps me safe. He keeps covering big guys off me at the time, him and Eric. So I love him and I appreciate him.
Thanks, Marquis.